Hello, Daniela. Good morning or afternoon. How are you?
Hi, teacher. I am fine. How are you?
I'm okay. Tired,
Yes.
but I'm okay. It was a long and short at the same time weekend for me. So, how
Mm.
are you? How was your weekend?
It was okay. I was helping my mom again. Um, yes, only that.
Oh, that's good. Awesome. Anything new?
No.
No. Well,
No.
today in Mexico is the commemoration of the Civil War, and it's a holiday actually.
Okay.
It's a holiday. There's parades and stuff.
Oh.
There's parades and celebrations, and I'm not really into it because I really don't like celebrating things about war. And
Oh, yes.
but it's a big thing here in Mexico. But remember we had a discussion about Puebla.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Well, after the independence, the nation never stopped having small wars, like small civil wars, and they don't talk about it. They just talk about the main events, but in reality it was many years of internal conflict. So I don't know, a lot of people died, and usually innocent people, so I don't like celebrating these things. So
Mm.
plus I
Well,
was
it's
raised in the
okay.
States. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's holiday. So you are working. Why?
No, I'm not working actually. Today is my day off. But
Oh.
I'm cool. I'm cool for class. I actually promised my daughter to go to Starbucks later on today, so I
Oh.
have class until the afternoon, so I still got time. Plus, I need to take advantage of Black Friday specials.
Oh, that's really nice.
Oh yes, yes. So there's a lot of things to do. You know, at home, you're always going to have to do something. There's always something to do. It never ends. It's like work, right? You always have to clean. You always have to move things. You always have to fix things. It never stops. That's the way it is.
Yes, it never
That's
stops.
that's reality, right? And
Mhm.
but we have to make space so that we can spend time with our close ones. And yesterday, you know what? We were fixing my daughter's room because well, she's already 9, so she wants her own room. So we're
Oh.
decorating and stuff. And well, I like I like for her to have everything accessible. Uh, so I'm not done. I still need to do some things, and plus I'm fixing some appliances that I have
Mhm.
because what I do is I fix them, and whenever I go to the town where my my parents-in-law, my in-laws, they live. Maybe there's someone that needs something, right? So I just give them to them, like toasters, microwaves, and stuff. I have a couple of appliances here that I fix, and I just take them and just give them away. So
Mm.
I'm trying to get everything fixed. So next time I go, I have something to take. So far, I have a fan, I have a microwave, I have blinds for the windows, a couple of things. So that I don't like throwing things away. I just rather give them to someone that needs them. So
Mhm.
so that's what I've been doing all this weekend.
Oh, yes, a lot work.
Yes, yes. So what's up?
Mhm.
How's it going? Uh, Anything
Um,
new?
I no, not really. I am I am wondering if when is our last class?
I believe we discussed it was today. I mean, this is
Is
the last
today?
one. I think so. Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I thought it was the last one, but I was checking and you were right. Yes, we still have this one.
It's
Mhm.
today. Okay. Wow. Very fast.
It's been a long time though. When did we start? In what month?
Yeah, right? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened.
I know.
Time. Yes.
Time went by really fast. And well,
Yes. Thank you so much for the patience. I know that I am difficult sometimes. So
trust me, you haven't met my family. Oh no.
oh,
Oh no, 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 no. You haven't met my family. So yeah, no, no, there's levels.
yes, family could be crazy, huh? Yeah, I understand. My family are
But
crazy too.
oh
Mhm.
yes. Well, I wanted to ask you, how are you doing with your applications? How are you doing with that?
Um,
How's
yes,
that coming along?
um, so I applied for one school, no, two scholarships. I don't have the response yet, but I will to apply to the scholarship that are open from Spain.
Okay.
So I have time. It starts on December and it finish on April. No, 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 February. So I have time, but the good thing of these scholarships is I don't need a TOEFL. But for the another scholarships, I need a TOEFL. So I am doing everything.
So
I am
at the end, you
applying
have to take it,
in
right?
all the scholarship. Yes, yes, no, I will. I want to. So
What's the
it's okay.
score? What's the score they're asking?
The score, 91.
Oh, they're asking for 91. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That
It
should be
depends.
B2. B
Mm-hmm.
that should be B2. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So I am waiting for December for that. And now I am only practicing here. I am applying to jobs, but I was talking with my boyfriend, and we have the plan to move. I can move with him there. So I am talking with him about it. So I don't know what I will do now. So I am waiting. I am thinking. I am trying to do the smart thing for my life. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe the next year. Now I want to stay with my family. I told him that. So um, well, maybe the I don't know, January.
Mhm.
I will start to think about to move with him. I don't know. I don't know yet, but yes, an idea too. And
Well,
yes, well,
you
I
need
don't.
to tell him that he needs to go visit you.
Yes,
He
he
needs
wants
to
to.
go visit you.
Yes, he wants to come on January. That's the idea. He wants to come to the end of January and meet
Uh-huh.
my family and meet my friends and meet everything from here.
Mhm.
And after that, if I see something that it's important for me, I will go with him. Yes, why not?
Well, remember, I mean, sometimes I tell this to people that have a hard time in the States, but it's not the case here.
Uh-huh.
When people have a hard time in the States, I
Yeah.
tell them, you know what, the world is too big. You know, it's not only the States, you can go anywhere. Right. But remember that the States is a good place. This is
Mhm.
a really good place to go study. There's nothing wrong with it.
Mhm.
right?
Mm.
And if you have the opportunity, why not? I know that maybe Iowa is not uh how's it called, too much of a attractive place. I know it's a very isolated place, but
Mhm.
you have the opportunity perhaps to travel some other states,
Mhm.
which are
Mhm.
very interesting.
Mhm.
So taking that into consideration, right? Because I have my nieces,
Mhm.
they are 23 each, they're twins, and they're living in California, but at some point, one of them was living in Virginia and the other one was living in Maine, and they moved to California. And now I heard that they're going back to Texas in San Antonio. So I guess the States is too big, the world is too big. Whatever choice you make, I'm pretty sure everything is gonna go fine.
Thank you. Yes. I want to do the right thing. Yeah.
Well, there's only one way to find out,
Yes, I know.
right?
But yeah, I
There's only
have
one way
time.
to find.
I have time. I will wait for the next year. I want to see little things, and when I see that, I will make my choice. My choice. I don't want to rush anything. Well,
I
it's
understand.
a big step, so I don't want to make a mistake now. Mhm.
Well, you know what? You know what they say. You never know someone in reality how they are until you start living with that person.
Mhm.
That's what my grandma used to tell me. You're not
Mhm.
gonna meet. You're not gonna know the true identity of someone until you start living or sharing more with that person.
Mhm.
Because in in whatever phase, friendship, boyfriend, girlfriend, school, you don't know in reality how people are. You only know that stage of being a student, being a coworker, being a friend. you know that's what you know the superficial stuff. You don't know the things behind it. And I remember uh, one day I took one of my friends from my master's program to my house, because I would always meet my friends and my classmates at the university,
Mhm.
and we would spend time in their apartments because I used to live very close to the university. And one
Mhm.
day I told one of my friends, you know what? Come over here and go with me. I need to do some things with my mom, and then from there we can go somewhere else. Okay, fine, cool. So I went to my house, and then I went to my parents' house, and then we left. And then all of a sudden he says, "You know what? All this time I thought you were a bum. Why am I going to be a bum? I have a job. I go to school. I have a family. Like, I don't know. I just never thought that you had a home of your own." Like, well, yeah. Like, I'm not. I don't know. What kind of friends you hang out? You hang out with.
Yes.
That's the way I am. I have a house. I have a backyard. I pay bills. So
Yeah.
yeah, you'll be surprised
Mhm.
whenever you meet someone and after you start knowing people. So like, oh, okay, yeah, I like it. Anyways, and
Mm.
that's why I chose this article for today. I like it a lot. Is mindfulness at work. Mhm. And what is it? What are the benefits of mindfulness at work? And how can we train ourselves to be more mindful in the workplace? Now, what is your understanding of mindfulness?
Mm, it's when you are, mm, you know what are you doing? You are,
Okay.
I don't know, conscious? Yes.
Mm, you know what you're
Um,
doing. You like what you do. That's for sure, right? You like what you do
Mhm. Yeah.
and you enjoy it. You actually think about it as maybe that's what you are meant to do, right? That's mindfulness, but also means that you are at peace with yourself because I have heard so many stories in the radio from coworkers, from articles. For example, this happened many years ago. I was listening to a radio show about, and the topic was about stress at work. And I remember one person wrote to the radio station, and that person said, of course, they never mentioned his name. He mentioned that he was so stressed at work that whenever he knew he had to report to his boss, he had to take pills so that he could relax. When you
Mm,
do that, come on, is that actually enjoying your work? Is that healthy?
mhm.
Right? So that's why it's important to discuss these kind of things, mindfulness, and that's is not, and not only at work. I guess in every kind of activity, school, uh, family, mindfulness. But let's talk about some vocabulary before we get into details here. Okay, focus. What
Okay.
is the correct definition for focus?
Mm, 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 mm. The ability to concentrate or on something.
Yes. Your mind wanders.
Mm, you start thinking about something other than what you are doing.
Yeah, that happens to me.
Mm-mm.
To become
Okay.
conscious of something.
Mm, 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 mm. To become aware of or start to notice a particular thing.
Mhm. Which letter?
I see. To become aware of or start to notice a particular thing.
Okay.
In-
Inefficient.
Efficient. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Working in a way that wastes time, money, or other resources.
Yes. Multiple.
Mm, having many or different types.
Productivity.
Mm, mm. The rate at which a person produces useful work.
Correct. And thankful.
Um, grateful and glad about something.
Okay. And to shift your attention from and to something.
To move your attention
Mhm.
from one thing to another.
Yes, that's correct.
Mm,
Any questions about the vocabulary?
no, it's okay.
No? All right. So let's read something, okay? Can you help me with the reading?
Mm,
Okay. Mindfulness at work.
okay. Have you ever missed important information in a meeting because you were thinking about something else? Or eating your lunch at your desk without even noticing what it tasted like? If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Research has shown that 47% of the time, people are thinking about something other than what they are doing. People's minds wonder whether they are trying to read important emails, speaking to clients, updating the sales uh, figures, or talking to colleges. colleagues. Interestingly, if what also found that people were less happy when their minds were wandering than when they were not. Being mindful and paying attention to the present can not only improve our focus, but it can also help us reduce stress, improve relationships, and allow us to feel more connected with the present moment. But what exactly is mindfulness? According to psychology today, mindfulness is a state of active, open attention to the present. When one is mindful, one observes one's feelings and thoughts from a distance without judging them as good or bad. Being mindful means living in the moment and actually. Yes. Mm, yep. Um, Expressing what life has to offer. There are different ways that we can train our minds to do this. One easy and effective way is through meditation and mindfulness exercise. So, how can we learn to be more mindful at work? Make time for short mindfulness exercise. You might not have time to sit down to do long mindfulness meditations every day, but you can take a moment to focus on your breathing and become conscious of your senses. In a monk, in a monk's guide to happiness, Jalon Tupten recommends practicing micro moments of mindfulness. One way to do this is by sitting with a good posture and become aware of the sounds you can hear. Through exercises such as this one, you can learn to focus your attention and train yourself to become more mindful.
This is
Mm,
actually a good book. Have you ever heard about it?
no, never.
You should try it. Maybe not read it, but maybe an audiobook or a summary. It's actually a
Oh,
pretty good guide.
okay,
Mhm.
good. Be aware of what you are doing. Mindfulness is about being present and consciously experiencing every moment. When you are talking to your colleagues, pay attention to their body language, their intonation, and what they are really saying. When you are sitting at your desk, be aware of the sensation of contact between your body and the chair. If you find your mind wandering from what you are doing, notice those thoughts and bring your attention back to the present. Make a list of things you are grateful for. Mm. In our busy day-to-day lives, it's easy to only focus on things that have gone wrong and be negative about the people and the things around us. But making a list of things we are thankful for, we can have a more balanced view of our reality. Being mindful of the things that are going well can also help improve our motivation, creativity, and productivity. Avoid multitasking. Do you sometimes try to reply to emails while attending a meeting or look through your work chats while having your lunch? Doing multiple things at a time might make you feel more productive, but it often means you are not concentrating fully on any of the things you are trying to do. This makes your inefficiency more likely to make mistakes and worse at ignoring things that are not important. It can also make you unhappier as you lose connection with the present moment. So the next time you find yourself shifting your attention between multiple things, allow yourself a moment to decide what you really need to focus on and try to give that your full attention. The more we practice doing these four things regularly, the more we can try ourselves to be more mindful at work, and the more we see it benefits. So bring your mind back from whatever you are thinking about and turn your attention to the here and now.
Okay. So what do you think about the article?
Mm, it's interesting. I noticed that I have my mind in other places too.
Well,
Uh,
we need to train ourselves, right? We
yeah.
need to train ourselves to be more effective. But there's a lot of things that play a big role into what you do. Because I like this article because it's telling you what you can do. But sometimes we need to have feedback back. What I was trying to say. Uh, you need to, I mean, in my case, I'm used to working toxic environments. I'm used to do that because I'm a project manager. There's always people trying to bring me down and
Mhm.
counter interact with me, and also try to always give me the opposite whenever they don't comply with what they were supposed to do. There's
Mhm.
always excuses, what I'm trying to say. But how did I get to that point where it doesn't affect me? It takes time. It takes time for anyone. What I'm trying to say is that when you have a team that supports you and listens and also gives you guidance, you start developing those skills so that you can be ready to attack whatever comes comes ahead of you. But if you don't have those skills and you don't have the support, you don't have the help with your boss, you're always going to be lost. Now, unfortunately, we're human beings. You can be in a place where you can have that support that you need, or you can be in a place where you might not be the favorite, even though you have a pretty good performance.
Mhm.
That's just the way it is everywhere, right?
Mhm. Yes, it's true.
Because I have
Mm,
seen it.
yes.
I have.
Maybe, sorry. No, it's
No, no,
okay.
no.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, maybe it changed when you get more experience, so you can do a lot of things in the same time when you know what are you doing because you know how is the method. But
Yes.
I don't know. I don't like to do a lot of things in the same time, but well. Okay.
Well,
Um,
it depends. It depends. Your job description. I mean,
mhm,
if you are a teller in a bank, for example, going back to your previous job, if you're a teller at a bank, you need to focus on your client,
mhm, mhm,
right? You cannot be doing other things. You need to focus on what's going on. But in my case, I have to do many things at the same time. I have to write an email. I
mhm,
have to respond to the phone. I have to attend a meeting. And
mhm,
but that's the way my job is. But
mhm,
there's certain jobs that you cannot be doing many things at the same time. Imagine a doctor when they are having surgery. When
mhm.
they're giving surgery, they cannot answer the phone to answer to some other clients or customers while they're operating. No, they cannot multitask. They actually have a team that they can help them with different activities, right?
Yes, it's true.
So it depends
Mhm.
on the kind of work. But
Yeah.
remember, you can always get better when you are being demanded more. What I'm trying to say, it's like working out. You can only grow muscle if you exercise more. So
Mhm.
even I am about to say is gonna sound crazy, but if you're exposed to stressful situations, you're gonna get better because
Mm,
you're gonna grow up mentally.
yes, it's true.
If you're
Mhm.
never exposed to that, you're not gonna grow up. And I have seen it with the new generations. You just
Mhm.
give them a little bit of stress, it booms, they collapse, and they
Mhm.
don't want to do more, and they don't
Mhm.
want to get exposed to more. And sometimes I speak about these things to my wife, and I say, "What's going on?" And then my wife tells me, "Well, come on, you grew up in a farm, you help your grandparents with the harvest. You used to take the horses to water them, to clean the places, to work outside. you cannot compare yourselves to the new generation. Well, you're right. Maybe you're right. All right. We have different situations on how we were raised, right?
It's true. Yes.
So I guess that's why I can have people yelling at me in my ear, and I just don't lose my cool. I used to, trust me, I used to. I used to get upset really fast. Now I don't. But also I grew older, because
Yes.
when I was younger, I was just nah, different. Anyways, but that's the case with everyone. Now the key here is if we can be mindful at a younger age, the better.
Yes. Mhm.
The better. Okay,
Mhm.
let's answer some questions here. Number one.
Um, Having a wandering mind is common. It's common.
It's common, yes. It happens to everyone. Number
Mm.
two.
Mindfulness can help you mm, improve your social relationships.
Mhm.
Mindfulness is mm, paying attention to the present. Okay. The author recommends becoming more mindful by mm, paying attention to your breath and senses.
Breath.
Breath. Okay.
Mhm.
Breath and senses. It's okay that or
That's correct, yes.
um, being mindful at work means mm, for focusing on whatever you're doing at the moment.
Mhm. Yes.
Being grateful for things help us to mm, 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 mm. See the good things as well as the bad things. Mm, Multitasking is mm, useful, but only for short amounts of time. The author finishes the article by encouraging the reader to hmm, focus their attention on the present moment.
Okay. And let's see. Complete the sentences with words from the box.
In our busy modern lives, it is common for our minds
Mhm. To wander.
to wander when we are doing something important. We often try to do several things at once, but research shows that multitasking
Okay.
make us less productive and more stressed. Mindfulness is paying attention to the present moment.
He's paying attention. Okay. And let's see.
Mm, Being mindful helps us become more aware of the people around us. Uh,
Maybe
con,
if I
conscious Yes, conscious
Conscious.
mhm, of what we are doing and the people around us. Write a list of what we are thankful or grateful for helps us to achieve a more balanced view and reality. When we improve motivation and concentration, we also find that we improve productivity. When we multitask or get distracted, we are like to feel
Likely.
likely to feel unhappier.
Okay, let's see. 8
The more we practice mindfulness, the more we see its benefits.
benefits. Mhm. You know what? Sometimes thinking about this, for example, there's some activities that I don't like doing, like painting. I hate painting for some reason. I
Oh,
just don't like it.
why?
Well, paint like not painting like drawings and stuff. No, I love that. Like paint, like a wall, furniture. I don't
Oh,
like it because I'm not good at it. And to be honest, it's not something that I like doing. But what I do is that when I feel like I don't want to do it, I just do it. And then
uh,
I just get the rhythm. But if I find the right moment so that I say, okay, I want to paint, it's not gonna happen. And
um,
then that's only going to delay the moment that I need to do it. So I see that I need to paint something. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Because if I don't take that choice, it's never gonna happen. So that's
mm,
also what this is telling you. The more we practice mindfulness, the more we see it, its benefits.
yes.
So just do it, right? Okay, so what do you do to help yourself to be mindful at work?
Um, mm, I don't know. Mm, maybe I like to do exercise.
Hmm?
So when I do exercise before I work or after, maybe I I don't know why I can put all my energy in my work after after that. So I don't know. Maybe it helps me, but I know that for another people it's not like this.
Okay, yes. Exercise is always a good healer and also helps a lot so that you can get motivated.
Mhm. Yes.
Motivation, right? It helps motivate us. Okay. Anything else?
Mm, no, no, I think that that's the only thing.
Okay, the
Music
main
helps too.
music, yes, of course.
Mhm.
Yes. Mhm.
I,
Music is
I don't
always a
like to
good
be
one.
quiet.
I'm sorry?
I don't like to be quiet I don't like the silence all the time. So I like to listen something. I don't know why. Maybe it yes.
Yes. I like to listen to podcasts and music also.
Yes, it's
Mhm.
nice. So
Awesome. Good.
my mom hates music
Really?
and
Well,
yes, she doesn't like anything with music. Well, she likes it, but not too much like me. And she prefers put the TV when she's cleaning or she's doing something. She wants to listen something, but not music. It's only, the TV talking. And
okay.
yes, it's weird, but
Well,
okay.
maybe she might like podcasts. like
Yes, maybe. Uh-huh.
talk audios, you know, about certain
Mhm.
topics.
Yes, yes, she likes that. Mhm.
Okay, good. Awesome. All right, so this is the article about mindfulness at work. And the next one, I like it also. Negotiating. Now, we negotiate all the time. And I remember this when I was in the Army Academy, because I was in the academy when I was in high school. And they always told us about negotiate. You negotiate all the time when you cross a street, when you cross a bridge, when you swim, when you do whatever activity you have to do, when you drive from one place to another one, you're negotiating. Okay.
Mm,
So
mhm.
for some, negotiating is about winning. For others, it's about compromise. But if we think about it as a collaboration, we off we often both sides can get what they want. Okay. But before we get into deeper detail about negotiating, let's talk about the vocabulary. The clash.
Mm, mm.
It's not the
To
band, okay?
to be in conflict.
Okay. To be in conflict. Okay.
Hmm.
To get your own way.
Mm, to get what you want, even though other people disagree.
To compromise.
Um, mm, the capacity to make a profit.
Okay. Collaboration.
Mm, uh, okay, a situation where people work together to achieve the same thing.
Correct. Misconception.
Hmm. Um, a wrong idea that is based on a failure to understand a situation. The letter C, it's okay? Yes.
Mhm.
Foundation. A base or starting point. A foundation. Pro, pro, profit, profitability. Hmm. An argument.
No, that would be a quarrel. A quarrel is an argument or a fight.
Okay. To reduce your demands in order to reach an agreement. That's a profitability.
Well, profit has to do with money. So I
So
would say that that would be more like B. Oops.
um,
Yes. This one right here. Boom.
okay. So to compromise is to
Mhm.
reduce your demands in order to reach an agreement.
Okay, that sounds more like it, right?
Hmm. Okay.
All right. Any questions about the vocabulary?
No,
No?
but no, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Let's read the article. I'll start. Negotiating. Whether you're negotiating a multi-million-dollar deal, agreeing on your role in a project, or simply persuading your colleagues to go for Chinese food for lunch, effective communication skills can help you motivate other people, get the best results, and improve profitability. Okay,
Mm, mm.
interesting. Can you help me with the rest?
There is often a misconception that negotiation is about insisting on our point of view to get our own way. Conversely, others assume that negotiation is all about compromise and that we have to be ready to forget 50% of what we want. But thinking of negotiation as either insisting or compromising can damage relationships and leave both sides feeling as if they've lost. According to Fisher and Yuri in their best-selling book, Getting to Yes, There is Another Way, they argue that collaboration is the key to negotiation successfully, and they illustrate this by telling the story of the orange quarrel. It goes like this. Mhm. Joey and Jenny are arguing over an orange. In a win-lose situation, Joey might simply take the orange from Jenny. Joey will then be satisfied, but Jenny will be upset and frustrated. Alternatively, Joey might find dishonest ways of convincing Jenny that she didn't want that orange after all. Using this method, Joey might get his way, but he might damage the relationship in the long run. If they focus on compromise, Joey and Jenny might decide to cut the orange in half. Their effort to share means that each of them now has half of what they wanted, but neither of them is fully satisfied. However, if Joey and Jenny spend some time talking to each other, they might find out that Jenny in fact wants the orange peel to make a cake. Joey, on the other hand, loves eating oranges and doesn't want the peel. In this collaborative scenario, Joey and Jenny are both able to achieve 100% satisfaction when they realize that Jenny can have at the peel and enjoy all the food. Yet, according to Fisher and Uri, too many negotiations end up with half an orange for each side instead of the whole fruit for one and the whole peel for the other. The first step to understanding the role of collaboration in negotiation is to realize that it is not always a competitive situation. One person's win doesn't have to equal another person's lose. Exploring the interests and needs of both parties can help us see solutions we didn't consider before.
Have you heard about this story before?
No, never.
Okay. This is a very common story in business management.
No, okay.
So sometimes you have to negotiate so that everybody wins. That's what they call it, the win-win situation. Everybody wins, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
See.
Here are 5 things we can do to collaborate when negotiation. Now, know your objectives. What are you interested in this? Make a list of the results you like to achieve. What are your priorities? Remember that maintaining a good relationship might be one of your objectives. Separate the people from the issue. Understand the difference between the content of the negotiation and the people who are negotiating. Try to be objective and manage your negative emotions. Ask questions and listen. Some people enter a negotiation prepared with a speech about what they want. But as seen in the orange quarrel, it is important to also understand your negotiation partner's interests and objectives. So ask questions, listen, and get an overview of everyone's situation. Find find shared interests. How different are your interests from your negotiation partners? Get to know which interests clash and which ones are shared. And understanding of shared interests will help you see this. This will help you see this as an opportunity to work together rather than a competitive situation. Look at creative options. The first solution you think of, for example, splitting the orange in half, might not always be the best one. Think creatively and discuss different alternatives that might work for everyone. Most people have positive intentions, and they do want to get along, even in potentially tense situations. By showing that we are professionals capable of collaborating, we can not only please everyone involved, but also set a strong foundation for future negotiations.
Okay. So any questions about the information?
Mm, I don't remember what is a foundation. What is? I don't
The
remember.
big, okay, we saw that here.
Yes,
A foundation is the base or starting point.
a base of starting point. Okay, it's okay.
Mhm. So what do you think about the article?
Um, um, I saw something like this in the in
At
college.
work?
College, yeah.
Oh, college. Okay.
Yes, it was a topic. We had a lot things to discuss on my class about this. Yes, it's interesting. I think that we have methods to do something that you can do for you and for another people. So yes, it's good to know about this.
Okay. And did you think if in a real situation of
Mhm.
work, if we do not have proper negotiation, do you think we can have good results?
Or if we don't have a good negotiation
Yes.
with my coworkers or with my boss or with
Anywhere, anyone, anyone.
so I think that we can have a good results, but this is the old school. When the boss or when mm, people that has more power
They want to do what they want
could
to do.
yeah, could be mean or could be selfish. So it has a good results, but not always. Now it's a different type of work, right? It's not the same. So
Well,
yeah.
I, I, that example that you're giving takes me to something that I have shared so much with other people. People go as far as they want to go if they are allowed to go that far,
Mhm.
right?
So I trying to understand.
People go
Uh-huh.
as far as they want to go
Uh-huh.
if they are allowed to go
Okay.
that far, right? Because people that have power,
Okay.
of
If
course,
they had
they make choices, right? But sometimes they are very selfish.
yes.
If it's not their idea, if it's not something that they thought about, or if it goes against maybe something that they have done before, they will stop you from doing that. And I have seen it a lot. And
Mhm.
sometimes we forget the main objective. Let me let me tell you something. For example, at a bank, what is the main objective of the bank? To have
Having
people in line?
no.
To have people cashing checks? Maybe not. What is the main objective of the bank?
The interest. I don't
Exactly.
know. Yes, the business.
So you're not selling Excel files, right?
Mhm.
You're not selling tickets for line turns. You're not. You're not
Mhm.
selling those things. Those are part of the job.
Yes.
The
Mhm.
objective is different. Now let's see. What about a bakery? What is the main objective of a bakery?
Sell.
Exactly. The main objective of the bakery is not making bread. Mm-mm. Is selling the bread. And we forget that. We
Mhm.
sometimes we forget the main objective. And that's why people are so caught up with their activities and they don't care about other people's activities
Uh-huh.
because we forget about the main objective of the business.
Mhm. It's true.
We need to be careful with that, right? And it takes time. And yes, there's people that don't care about other. They don't care if the business is going well. They just care about what they do is okay, and that's just wrong. And well, let's see. Make the situation match the situation. Type the type of negotiation. Number one.
Okay. Joy takes the whole orange and Jenny gets nothing. Um, win-lose negotiation.
Joey and Jenny split the orange, and each of them gets half.
It's a collaborative negotiation.
Mhm.
Joy and Jenny find out that they each need different parts of the orange. Jenny takes the peel and Joy takes the fruit. Negotiation by compromise.
Okay. Good. Any questions?
No.
No? All right. Let's see. True or false?
Okay. uh, Negotiation is about how we can insist on our point of view and get what we want. True.
Mhm.
If we don't want to compromise, then we can negotiate. True. No.
It's true.
No. Yes.
If we don't want to compromise, then we can negotiate. That's
But
true because I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The moral of the orange quarrel is that both sides can achieve 100% satisfaction if they understand each other needs and think creatively. True.
Creatively. Okay. Yes. Correct. Four.
Creatively. Okay. Tip in negotiation could be to keep a good relationship with the negotiation partner. True.
Mm.
We should spend most of our negotiation time telling others about what we want. True.
That would be false. We should spend most of our negotiation time telling others about what we want. No. We need to negotiate. Okay, this is what I want. That's what you want. Okay, what if we take half and half? Or what is it that you need? And this is what I need. You need to be open to discussion.
Mhm. Okay. I understand. It is important to understand which of your objectives are shared with the other party as well as which objectives could be in conflict. True.
It's true.
Mhm. We might have the same goals and objectives as our negotiation partner. False. We should follow our instincts and take the first solution that comes to mind. False. False, false, false.
Okay, any questions?
No.
No? Okay, awesome. This is good information, right?
Yes.
Mhm. Now let's talk about the discussion. When would collaboration be the best negotiating strategy? When might other strategies work better? Now, this is a very, very interesting question. When would collaboration be the best negotiating strategy? This goes back to what I was telling you. Collaboration means what is the main objective? When we collaborate, we talk about the same, we are working for the same objective. That's what it means.
Mhm. Mhm.
So collaboration is the best strategy, always. But what can we do in order for people to understand that collaboration is the best negotiation strategy? What do you think companies have done or have established in order for people to collaborate? What do you think?
Mm.
What are some of the strategies they have come up with?
When you are collaborating with someone, what are the strategies?
Yes.
Mm, Well, you have to ask what the other part wants and how it could be a good, I don't know, a good deal for you too. So,
Okay.
um, I don't know, maybe don't be selfish with our what you know. I don't know how to say. I never had this situation before. Well, uh, I don't know, teacher.
Well, let me tell you something. Some
Mhm.
people have what we call KPIs. You know what they are?
No. What is?
Key performance indicators. Okay.
Okay.
And this becomes collaboration. But this is something the company gives you.
Mhm.
Mhm. Oops. See. So what is it? For example, you are an engineer, and then you have uh, the accountant, and then you have the quality person, and all of them, they have different KPIs. The engineer, okay, pay suppliers, for example,
Mhm.
and also and keep 80% productivity in machines, for example, and then sales 85%. And this is a big one. This is a big part. It's just like that. We have number one, number two, number three, but this means a lot.
Mhm.
What about an accountant? What activities do you think an accountant has to do?
Mm,
Maybe
mm,
keep record
mm, mm,
of property, for example.
mhm,
Mhm.
mhm,
Pay taxes, and companies say, you know what? Yes, sales 85%. And you say, why? Hey, I don't care. You need to make sure we also have sales. Okay. And
mm,
guess about the quality? One, two, three, and then boom, sales. ¿Por qué hacen esto? Porque
mm,
así no pierden el objetivo de lo principal.
Mhm.
Si las ventas no se dan al 85%, si esto es un 50%, este es un 15%, digamos, y este es un 35%, y si al final del año te piden que tengas un 80% de productividad, si este no se da bien, nunca vas a alcanzar este 80%. ¿Sí me explico?
Mhm.
Entonces, eso significa que tienen que cuidar este KPI.
Mm,
¿Sí me
okay.
explico?
Sí, sí. Mhm.
Companies do this so that they can look for collaboration. Si no tenemos key performance indicators in a company, ¿te imaginas si al accountant no le pones este como objetivo? ¿Tú crees que le va a importar lo que hagan ellos?
No.
Never, right?
Mm.
Mm-mm. Eso significa que si ellos necesitan pagarle a los suppliers y al accountant le vale, no, pues es tu bronca, o sea, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. You cannot achieve these
Mhm.
because suppliers, they're not gonna help you and you're not paying them. So this KPI is gonna get affected, pero como él no lo tiene, he doesn't care. I'll pay you next month,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
I don't need it next month. I need it right now. You know what I mean? There's balance. There's a balance between activities. Sabemos que las
Mm.
actividades de un accountant, un engineer, en quality, just in general, they're different. Pero tenemos que ponerles indicators that they are common
Mhm.
para buscar collaboration,
Mhm.
right?
Mm. Yes. Uh, like a propose. Like.
Yes. Mhm.
Mhm.
That's correct. Mhm.
I understand.
Now,
It's.
when might other strategies work better? Okay, that's what you said. Uh, you know, is just collective collaboration. Uh,
Mhm.
you want to be mindful of work. You know that it is part of your job also to be available whenever another person needs assistance. But that's more like initiative, personal mindfulness.
Mhm.
It's not necessarily company mindfulness. It's very important to have this in order for companies to be successful,
Mhm.
right? ¿Y qué pasa si por 3 meses tu accountant no puede tener este 80%?
Mm. Fallo.
Afuera,
Sí.
afuera.
Ajá.
Exactly, eso es lo que debe de ocurrir.
Ujú. Ujú.
That's what companies do. Mhm.
Yes, I understand.
Awesome. I
Mhm.
hope you like these articles. I found them very, very interesting.
Yes,
And
I like
remember,
it. Mhm.
mindfulness negotiation is not only at work. It could be at school.
Yes.
It could be
Mhm.
at the gym. It could be anywhere, even at home with our family.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Okay.
It's true. Thank you so much.
Okay, Daniela. So thank you so much. I will let our academic coordinator.
Okay.
Let me see if I get a response today, and I'll get back to you. Okay.
Okay.
Just so we can talk about what's next. All right.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
And
teacher.
before you go, can you help me with this survey?
Uh-huh. Okay.
And I
Yeah.
believe there's another one,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and there's another one. Sorry, there's three.
That's fine. That's fine. This and this. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Daniela, so much, and I'll get back to you today. Let me see
Yes.
what I get as a response from my academic coordinator. Okay.
Okay,
So have a
teacher.
good day. Take care.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.